Hi, this is Sarah for sarahjoyalbrecht.com. This week I got an email from a lady named Frances. She watched my YouTube video about what motivates me to work out. I want to share this email with you, I'll give her a response, but I'm also interested to know what you would have to say to encourage her. So here it is. Dear Sarah, my name is Frances, and I just watched one of your videos. I have to say it was kind of motivating for me. I am a mother of two, and my husband is deployed right now. He's in Iraq. I've been wanting to start some sort of diet and exercise routine, but I found no energy within myself to actually get started. I tell myself I'm going to go walking with my children every morning, but yet I do not do it. I don't eat junk food, but I also don't eat as healthy as I'd like to. I'm getting to a point where I'm just completely unhappy with myself. Don't get me wrong, you probably won't be able to tell all this by just looking at me. I'm actually the size that I was in high school before I had my daughter. But it's not just about losing weight for me. It's about being healthy and active and doing more things with my kids, getting out more. I'm currently 165 pounds and 5'8" in height. Oh, and I'm 21 years old as well. That, according to many people, is average, but I'm not happy. I have 2 months before my husband comes back, and I'd like to look semi-decent. It would be great if you could contact me. I need some motivation. I need someone to help me figure out what to eat and how much to eat, how to exercise at home with my kids and with no weights. I don't know how. Anyway, I hope to hear from you. Have a great day and be blessed. First of all, Frances, thank you for writing. I did send her a response through email, but it's something I've been thinking about. And before I say anything else, I just wanted to mention that I just got done working out myself, and I wanted to show you what time of day it is. So I'll use my cell phone. The number on the top is what time it is here, the time in Japan. So if you can see it, it is, you see that? 2:36 in the afternoon. In the States, it's looks like it's 1:36. And the reason why I wanted to show you that was because my first response to Frances and to other moms out there is that if you are if your goal is to exercise so that you can be stronger and have more energy throughout your day for your family and for the things that you want to do, you are going to have to just make it work. It's very important that if in the middle of the night your children are up puking and crying and they're afraid of the dark and all of those things, all of those reasons and excuses why they think they need to get out of bed. All right, some of them are good, some of them are not. Some of them, like I have toe jam, I've heard that one before. But you know what I mean. If you need to take care of your children, that's a priority. And so if you are up all night doing that, it's going to be really hard to get up some mornings at 6 o'clock in the morning. And so work out at 2 in the afternoon. One tip that I have for moms is if you have young children like I do, get them started on something else, get them playing with some toys nearby so that you can kind of keep an eye on them, but they're still having fun, like the Fisher-Price houses or maybe a stack of library books or whatever, but something that will keep their interest, that they're close by, and you can get your workout in. You can always have your children work out with you. If you have enough floor space, it's great to teach children from a young age to take care of their bodies. They're going to say funny things. They're going to say, "Mom, your butt's in the air and you're doing your push-ups," all those kind of things. Just take it as kids that they're observing you and they're saying the first thing that comes to mind. Don't be embarrassed to work out in front of them. It actually sets a really good example. And my daughter, for example, is 7. And she loves to work out with me, and I'll tell you what, she's just so strong, and it's so fun because to watch her just in a very healthy way, thinking about being strong and her form when she's exercising and all of those things, it does my heart good, and it motivates me. When you have your family involved, you will feel more motivated. I also want to just mention that, you know, I have been trying really hard to keep up a schedule with school and that kind of a thing. If you, like I said, if you're up in the night with your kids, it's not a failure to work out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just how you adjust. And if we are so stuck to our schedules, and our schedules are what is motivating us, and not the reason why we have a schedule in the first place, and that's because we want things to run smoothly in our house, then you're going to fail. You're going to drive yourself nuts trying to stick to that. So do your best, but be willing to compromise when you need to. And if you do that, then you're going to be able to stick with it. Frances also mentioned that her husband is away, and that she just wants to have more energy, and she wants to take care of her body and feel healthy. Exercise will definitely help in that department. Even if you, if your weight and height and everything is average, if you aren't working out, then you're going to get winded when you run, and you're going to struggle when you're lifting those heavier bags of groceries back and forth from the house. You're not going to have as restful of a night's sleep. You're going to be dealing with more insomnia issues and that kind of a thing, because your body's just not adequately exercised and worn out from the day. So even if other people think, hey, she looks fine, you know what I'm talking about. You want the extra energy, and working out will help with that. It will help increase your metabolism and all of those other things that I just talked about. Lastly, Frances mentioned that her husband's coming back from Iraq, and awesome, I'm happy for her, but a lot of people would read that and they would say, shame on you, Frances, you're trying to work out for a man. And that makes me sad, because first of all, if you love someone and you want to look good for them, it makes you feel good about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Think about back to high school. No, I didn't go to prom. I was homeschooled, but we did have a lot of dinners and fun things like that to go to. But let's say high school prom. Man, you probably picked out the most beautiful dress. You probably made sure that if you're a guy, that your car was cleaned out and waxed. You didn't leave your smelly gym clothes in the car. You probably made sure that you had all the amenities that night, the photos and the special things, I don't know, whatever they offered. You really put the effort into looking good and making sure that your date had a fun time. I don't understand why it's okay to do that, and it's okay to be considerate of your significant other when you're in high school and going to prom, but all of a sudden you're married and you want to work out and feel good and look your best for your husband, and suddenly you're a doormat in everybody's eyes. That's just not the case. So please get rid of that idea. If you are working out because you love someone, it's an extension of your love for them. It makes you feel good. It motivates you, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I also want to say that Frances, or anyone else who's watching, if you're working out, there's a really good chance that you might feel awesome, and you might even lose a little bit of extra weight, whatever. Men don't always notice those things. And I'll tell you though, if your husband comes home and says, Frances, I missed you, it's so good to see you, then that's the most important thing. He doesn't need to say, it looks like your body mass has, your BMI has decreased, and oh my, look at that six pack, and that's not going to be the first thing that comes out of his mouth. It's going to be, I love you, I missed you so much, and I'm really glad to be home. And if he says those words and he doesn't mention that, oh my goodness, you look stronger, until a week into the time that he got home, or maybe not even at all, you've not failed. Because the goal is to feel good and to be happy and to enjoy the time that you have with your husband. I'll shut up now, but keep those letters coming. You can find me on the web at sarahjoyalbrecht.com, on Twitter at Mrs. Albrecht, or you can email me at mrsalbrecht@gmail.com. Thanks a lot.